Okay, guys, I pray you're having an amazing, blessed Sunday. It is nearly the end of the day, but I hope you've had an amazing Sunday anyway. First things first. Actually, the name of this channel has now changed to Eden Beauty. I was in a time of prayer and I was just really wanting to be sure that this was the name that the Lord had called the channel. So first it was Natural Beauty. Again, I just wanted it to be so plain, simple, real, without any, kind of innuendos and stuff behind it. But then whilst prayer, actually my friend and myself were praying, and it was confirmed that Eden Beauty was actually the name that the Lord wanted the channel to be called. So this is called Eden Beauty. And again, just as a Christian, sometimes in life you just love confirmation for certain things. And trust me, God is the best person to ask for that. Ain't nobody greater than that. So praise Jesus. Hallelujah. That's first. Second of all, I just wanted to really just talk from the standpoint today on jealousy. Now, you're probably thinking, why the heck are we talking about jealousy? What the heck does that have to do with anything to do with natural beauty? My friend, ladies, gentlemen out there, jealousy has everything to do with natural beauty. Let me tell you something. You can't be in this world and be superly jealous of people and not age before your time, or at least have the element of jealousy show so much through you to the point where people don't notice it in you. Jealousy is like a drug, right? It starts little like this, then it begins to spread through your whole body. And before you know, you're infested. And you can't help but be jealous. Now, by the grace of God, I don't believe in jealousy myself. So I stay far away from that, and I stay far away from people infested with that. And I say infested because, like I just explained, it starts like a little seed and it just spreads through the body like venom, or poison rather. Jealousy is about one of the worst things as a human being you can accept. Now, some of you out there might be saying, oh, but it's a natural human phenomenon. People get jealous because it's just part of our human nature. Wrong. It's learned behavior. When we are all young, people, as human beings, I should rather say, we learn from a young age how to explore our emotions. So you find the people that have been raised up in very militant households learn to be very militant. Like, even if they have an ounce of emotion in them, they know how to cap it really quickly. If you've been brought up in a very joker-like household, you turn out to be quite a jovial, jokey, happy, clappy sort of person. You might have your own tendencies, but generally you know how to bust a joke. And the list goes on. If you've been brought up in a very abusive household, you usually find people who grow up with very, very, I won't say all of them are introverted, but they have this tolerance with being abused and they think it's okay. Because again, learned behavior, learned background, all of that stuff, influence from culture, the list goes on. So pretty much, it's not so much about your country where you come from alone or anything like that. Really, it's about the people you're around and the learned behavior patterns, which caters to a person's well-being in terms of their formation and how they grow up to be as an adult. So that being said, jealousy is a learned behavior. However, if it goes too deep and it's not dealt with from a very, very early stage, it can become a spiritual problem. And that's how we get, quote unquote, jealous, venomous people who just can't stand another person having the spotlight. Like, they will literally kill you if you take this spotlight away from them. My friend, that is a problem. I don't see that as a good thing. That is a problem that in itself only God himself can help. But here's how not to go down that road. If you're watching me right now and you know you yourself, you might have elements of jealousy in there, or at least tendencies, or you felt pangs of severe jealousy and stuff when you've seen another person get maybe promotion or just something that you wish you had and stuff. Here are steps on how not to get to that stage where you have accepted it so much and now it becomes part of your identity. Because by that stage, you need prayer. It's just that simple. So number one, and again, this is, just before I go into it, this is no condemnation. I just think that jealousy is such it's so bad. Like, it's bad for the person that it's affecting, and it's also bad to the people that are being affected by it. It can literally kill. I have seen jealousy, and I kid you not, I've seen jealousy destroy people. And it's horrible. Both the person who is being jealous and the people that they're doing it to. They will have no problem in defaming their name, destroying their relationships, destroying their businesses. The list goes on, like it's that bad. Or even killing them. You know, some even gangs. You might have people who are jealous of each other. They just get a knife and boom, there you go. They've killed the person. It gets brutal. It's just crazy like that. But here are steps on how not to allow it to get to that point. So number 1, pray. It's so cliche, right? Pray. When you start seeing signs of jealousy, pangs of jealousy inside of you, you're thinking, red alert, what the heck is going on there? My dear brother, sister, mother, father, whoever's watching me, pray. Pray. Ask God to expose whatever seed is in your heart. Truth be told, sometimes, as I said in the beginning, it's also our environment. You find that whoever you hang around, you become like. If your friends are jealous, you may not have been like that in the beginning, but chances are, the more time you've hung around them, the more you've become like them. And you, without realizing, you've allowed seeds of jealousy to come into your system because of way of association. So whoever you hang around, you become more alike. Yeah, so that's also another one. So number 1, pray. Ask God to reveal where the source of that situation is coming from. That's number 1. That's my genuine first step. Go to the altar, go to God and ask him to expose whatever that thing is. Number 2, begin to value yourself as you are. If you have to stop following social media for a while, if you have to stop looking at your Facebook, your WhatsApp, whatever, looking at people's pictures, whatever, do that. Take a hiatus, away from the social media world and literally learn how to appreciate yourself as you are. Learn the great things about yourself. Learn what makes you unique. So that when you see another person in their element, you also know that you carry something amazing in yourself as well, and that actually you're unique and no one can be like you. That's number 2. Number 3, once you're putting these 1 and 2 into place, it's easier to do number 3. Learn to accept that everyone else is different, and that in the same way no one is like you, you're not like anyone else. Sorry, no one else is also like you. No, in the same way that you know that, I'm getting my words a lot. Please bear with me. It's nearly the end of the day. In the same way you know that not everyone is like you, know that you're also not like everyone else. I think that's how I said in the beginning. The point is, everybody is different. Learn to accept the fact that people in their own way are also fabulous and that they have a right to shine, and that just because they are shining in their element doesn't mean that you are not, and that just because they get compliments doesn't mean that you won't. In fact, get comfortable with other people having the spotlight whilst you're there. I know this really hurts some people whilst I'm saying this. Some people are like, their heads are spinning because they're so used to having attention and the spotlight on them that when somebody else, just a little compliment is given somewhere else, they are fiery, jealous, like proper. And like I said, that is terrible. That is nothing to be proud about. That is terrible, terrible, terrible. No condemnation, just laying it straight down. Okay? As a person, you should be okay with somebody else getting a compliment, knowing that that doesn't diminish who you are as a person, but rather it confirms how awesome you are because you're able to rate someone else whilst being in your presence, hearing a compliment being given to them. Okay? So that's number 3. Learn to understand and appreciate the fact that everyone is unique and fabulous in their own way. And number 4, support people. So you've accepted that they're amazing. Learn to support. Again, that's a learned behavior. I say that, and maybe not everyone will do number 4 so much because it's a personal choice. But I've found as a person that in supporting people, it actually helps you to so become accustomed to giving and really wishing the person or people well, that you actually don't have any time for jealousy. It actually just kind of stops you from being jealous altogether. Or even if you find pangs of it, you're so driven on how to make the person stand out, or at least how to help the person, that actually the fulfillment of somebody actually appreciating your help and knowing and realizing that actually you support them far outweighs you being jealous about the fact that they're getting that attention and stuff. So actually, acts of kindness and and again, that's learned behavior, learning how to accept somebody in their fabulous state and accepting to support them whilst they're also being given a platform. All learned behavior. Again, but you see, whilst you're learning that behavior, you're unlearning jealousy. Yeah, I didn't say jealousy won't try your door. It will knock, but it's up to you to open the door and let jealousy in. If you let jealousy in, I can't say anything about that. That is up to you to also stop the jealousy from emulating so much. But if you decide that when jealousy knocks at your door, you're going to say, you know what, not today, out of here, and close, and just keep that door closed. And actually you pray and you ask God himself to fill you with his kindness, his outlook on life, and his heart for humanity, you will find that jealousy will be a thing of the past. Now, like I said, I personally don't accept jealousy. So this message, by the grace of God, is for those who do, struggle with this. And just let you know that it's not impossible, nor is it too late. That actually with God, all things are possible. And actually, if you genuinely want to separate yourself from that kind of a spirit or that learned behavior, that there is literally so many things you can do by the grace of God to distance yourself from that, because that is not God's plan for you to be jealous. God's plans for you is to accept yourself as you are. Know you're fabulous. Know you're beautiful. Know that naturally as he's made you, you just stand out for who you are. And this is all part of natural beauty, accepting yourself. You know, like I always say on these videos, that we're dealing with the physical, the spiritual, and the mental. That is all part of natural beauty. Hence why it was called natural beauty in the beginning. Obviously, it's now called Eden beauty. But all of that is about going back to the beginning, how God intended for us to be in the Garden of Eden and living that life at its best. Yeah. So anyway, guys, that's all I have to say today. I don't want to babble on and on. But no, I pray you have an amazing week ahead, and that the Lord has called you for great things. And remember, you're unique. Just be you. Don't be anyone else. Love you. God bless you. Bye.